Alright, hi everyone again, and welcome to part 2 of my tutorial for Vice City 80% speedrunning. So yeah, it's been a while since I bothered to work on this, but whatever, let's give this another shot. And yeah, we're gonna start the mission Shakedown. We just killed Diaz. And we're gonna instantly grab the VCN heli that we landed here earlier. Hopefully not parked it too close to the mansion, otherwise it might despawn. Gonna fly a bit up and then clear the trees, and then we're gonna fly over them in this direction, because that's where the mall is. And yeah, you remember when I grabbed the Uzi during Guardian Angel? That does mean that I don't have to grab it during this mission, because it requires a bit of a detour to actually go grab it if you land the heli the way I did. So my cat looks like, yeah, my cat just jumped into my lap. That might be a problem. But oh well. So we're gonna land it down gently here, spin it around while we're at it, face towards the mansion, and we're gonna run in with our Uzi and start smashing windows with it. Or shooting windows.
My livelihood destroyed. Percent, remember the name.
Oh, my cat's in front of my monitor. And you notice when I'm shooting, I'm gonna press F1 a little bit. That actually reloads my gun. Don't ask me why. It's just like another part of why replays are broken in this game. So we're gonna fall down here and we're gonna buy stuff from ammunition. So we're gonna go and buy the body armor and the grenades. And in the Japanese version, to buy stuff you actually have to click. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna exit by pressing shift. The controls for the ammunition are different than in the regular version. Another weird difference. Anyway, so this is gonna be an interesting grenade throw. So basically we're going to jump over here, and we want to line ourselves up with the middle of these two tiles, but we don't want to like get too close to those tiles, so we want to like jump over this thing, and then basically where we land from falling off here, we're going to stand here and then align ourselves with that, and then we're going to do a fully powered grenade throw towards this little area. If you can see that, it's basically where there's like the least, or like the shortest amount of shrubbery on that ledge over there. So align Tommy's head with it, basically the middle of Tommy's head, and then do a full throw. And it should smash some of the windows up there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move a bit to the left, and then we're gonna shoot another grenade just to the left of that tree over there. And so you stay like aligned with the middle of these tiles, and then full throw, and it should work. Like that. Might take some time to get the reference points right, and more replays to get rid of or reload our weapons.
I run this town now.
Gonna try to jump up here and get as close to this Infernus as possible before the mission passes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this a little bit. We're gonna get into the driver's door, well, hopefully, and we're gonna press F3 and then scroll up as quickly as we can. And then we're gonna remote buy this through the replay. I can't. And yeah, so you can also use tab instead of scrolling up, but it's easier to scroll up because you can get more inputs in that way. And now you'll notice that we're in this interior world, and we're gonna have to try to navigate our way by using the minimap and the traffic that is there. And yeah, this is a bit tricky. You want to stay more to the left than you think you might be. So like, because I've flipped my car on this edge of the bridge before. But yeah, I basically warped out of the mall, and yeah, the game still thinks I'm in the mall. There's a mall music playing, but I am in fact not in the mall at all, as you can tell by the minimap. So yeah, we're gonna actually go towards brawl, the mission. And once you see this pill icon, you're gonna want to stop like right before it, get out of your car, jump over it, and get a bit closer to the mansion. And around here, take the phone call.
Tommy, son, have I got a surprise for you? I'm down at the recording studios with some major artists. Why don't you pay us a visit? You know it, mate.
Make a close replay.
See you later.
And yeah, we started brawl. So basically all of that was, I ran up to about here, which is like the top of these stairs. I did the phone call glitch, and then I ran and I made a close replay, which I'll use later on. But, well, specifically during this mission, twice. And then I ran to the mission marker right away. So I took it up here so that I could time it in such a way that the phone call would end right when I get into the mission marker. Me picking up the clothes to make the replay, it didn't actually make me pick up the clothes until I finished the call, so it buffered it. And then actually I started the mission and took the clothes at the same time, but the clothes actually has a shorter fade in, fade out thing than the mission does, so I skipped some of the fading in and fading out of picking up brawl, and that saves a bit of time as well. So anyway, we don't take this Infernus here or that car there. We're actually going to take our Infernus that's we left here. So yeah, try not to trash it or anything. Gonna want to need it for later on. Well, you're gonna want it later on. And you'll need it for this route anyway. And because I loaded a save for my second part, I'm actually gonna have to glitch a few cars here. Like that. So yeah, as you're getting out, you press F1. You tap it twice. You want at least 3, so that Copland won't be as annoying. Well, in general, things will be less annoying if you have 3. So we go here, we do a drive-by on the guards there, and we're gonna walk in this marker and press F3 once we're in it. Activate our clothes, we're gonna run towards our car, and tap W to skip it. Actually, I think you can hold it. Wait, no you can't, never mind. You have to tap it. Yeah. You can't just have it held down from earlier. And then we're gonna drive towards these guys here. And then we have another hard or tricky grenade throw. So, we're gonna line ourselves up with this curb here. Like so. And we're also going to align this edge of the wall here, this corner, with the edge of that shadow up there, if you can see that. But you should be able to in your game anyway. So if you align yourselves with the curb, that corner of the wall, and that shadow, you align the middle of Tommy's head with them, and then you do like a medium toss grenade throw. So just notice on the key presses in the bottom left how hard I'm throwing the grenade. So around his arms like fully extended. And then like 2 seconds or so after throwing the grenade and having it blown up, well about 2 seconds after it blows up, press F3 and start running away in this direction and snipe these guys off their bikes. Boom. And try not to pop their tires. I think I popped a tire of that one, so I'm not going to use it. But I will use this one. I think it's good. And it is, so. And rain physics. And I'll finish this card. So why not? If you haven't glitched enough cars by now already, I'd recommend you do so now, because Copland will be much, much easier if you glitch enough cars. It's really a pain without doing so. Really. You'll see. If you haven't seen it before, you'll see it now. And I have some explaining to do. So I'm going to start Copland, and I'll actually instantly get 5 stars. And that is because the game still thinks I'm in the mall. Like when I warped out of it, it actually still now considers me to be in the mall. Although the world looks normal and not glitched. And when you are in the mall during Copland, before you get the cop outfit, you get 5 stars instantly, so it'll kind of put 2 and 2 together and you'll have 5 stars in Copland. Which you need because you need to get cops to chase you into the garage to get the cop outfit.
Lance, let's get the cops' attention. Now that got them really irritated.
And get on here, get Lance to get on. Try not to get busted right away. I've actually been ultra cop there before, so yeah, beware. Anyway, we're gonna go fast. Because the cops will be chasing us quite quickly as well. Right, slow down before this turn and try to make it a wide turn, and I fucked up, so let's try that again. Okay, so as you've just seen, Copland with this strat is very, very brutal. So yeah, beware of cop spikes, or like the stingers and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna try it again.
Okay, Lance, let's get the cops' attention. Now that got
There is
them
a
really
dead
irritated.
cop here, apparently. Okay, yeah. And wow, okay. Alright, so let's try that yet again. But yeah, that's really, really why you want to get 3 glitched cars at least before this mission to reduce cop spawns and stuff.
Okay, Lance, let's get the cops' attention. Now that got them
So yeah, we're
really
gonna do
irritated.
this again. Wait for Lance, don't get busted hopefully. Hopefully don't get spikes or pop tires, because that's awful. Also, if you die on this mission, you can just do it the old way. I think the... Yeah, you can watch Feel My Rush's PB on speedrun.com, because he does this the old way. Or he did this the old way, like he did it back in the day before this was even found, so. Or you can watch like an older world record video. I don't know how long it would date back to. Anyway, we're gonna go into the garage, we're gonna punch Lance, and we're gonna, yeah. Normally I would try to chainsaw him before like the cutscene. If you time it right, you can chainsaw him as the two cops come into the garage and the cutscene triggers. And then you actually save 3 seconds by him not saying anything in a part of dialogue. So yeah, here we are. We didn't skip the line, but whatever. That's not a huge deal. And yeah, I wouldn't actually advise going for that until you're like fairly familiar with the game and stuff. So anyway, we're gonna run to this bike straight away. And he hopefully doesn't get on. Alright, good. Because we want to actually skip more dialogue later on. If he's not with us, he doesn't say the lines. And we don't actually need him to trigger the bomb placements for the mall thing. So yeah. Now we're here, we're gonna try to run this guard over and kill him. He's not dead, so whatever, I'm just gonna shoot him with a pistol. And we have to be cautious here. Actually, no we don't. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can either rush in, you run in the first time and then you actually have to enter the mall twice. You run in the first time and then the second time you run in but with your M60. And then when you get in you instantly crouch and shoot the 2 guards and they're going to be shooting at you instantly because the game registered you being in the mall earlier, so it kind of activated their shooting thing. Option 2 is you just do this. You go in twice again but with your bike. And they're actually not going to shoot you that much anyway. They're going to go for your bike and not you. If you want to do option 1 and you want to see how it's done exactly, then you can watch my PB. That's what I do in my PB. So yeah, here we are. We're going to run back to our helicopter. If there are any cops around it, we're going to want to get rid of them. Though it seems to be coast clear. And occasionally you might have the other M4 guy that you don't kill on the other side of the mall. He might shoot at you. And if he does that, you want to take him out. Just like, don't pay attention to anything else, just kill him. Because if you don't, you're either going to die, or Lance is going to die, or Lance is going to be distracted, or your helicopter is going to die. And all of those are bad. So, I mean, Lance dying is not all that bad, but, you know, you fail the mission and it's not very fast, so, yeah. I would suggest just taking him out. So we're gonna land our helicopter around here, on the top of the stairs. Oh crap. Yeah, don't do that. And stop in the marker. It doesn't matter how far away Lance is from you at that point. I mean, he needs to be near you, but he doesn't need to be like right next to you in the marker. So yeah, done with Copland. And we're gonna run to our helicopter and switch to the M4 before we enter. And then get in. And we're gonna fly our helicopter to around the road over there. This road. This side road here. Get out, take the phone call with the phone call glitch. If I can get it, yeah.
Sonny, remember me?
Hello, Sonny.
That's right, Sonny. We're all friends. You never write me, you never call.
And we'll make another rampage replay during the phone call. Because we can, and we need it for something. So stand right about on the edge, on the corner of this little piece of dust here. Make your replay.
Don't forget about us, Tommy, because I can assure you, I ain't forgotten about you.
And there are also 2 ways you can actually rampage start this, but I'll show you the safer way. That involves saving and loading if you screw up. So yeah, we're gonna save like here, I guess. And we are gonna run, or we're gonna walk. And we're gonna be facing on the left or the right side of the marker. I don't know my directions anymore. Let's say we're gonna be walking against the ledge here on the right side of the marker. We're gonna jump and press F3 mid-jump. Like that. And I screwed it up, so I'm gonna load. There is another way you can do it that is safer if you know how to do it. You basically press tab on the purchase marker when you're buying it, and you press F3 after pressing tab, but before the cutscene for when you buy it. And yeah, that takes some timing though. You can practice that. I also do that in my PB, so. And there we go. I rapid started Printworks 1. And we gotta wait through this cutscene. And we're gonna make a save replay over the save marker, which I just saved my game at, which is right about here. I don't really have a reference point for that one, I just kind of do it. Hit the taxi with your katana like that, if you have no glitched cars here. And I don't remember if I had a glitched car here on my part 1 or not, because that was like a week or 2 ago. It feels like 3 weeks actually. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. So you want to walk a little bit and then hit your katana in a way so you don't do like the cutting animation when you're standing still. So you want him to like slice it, or like with a backhand slash or whatever. So you do it while you're walking and then hopefully he stops. If he doesn't stop, you can run over to the PCJ. It's not a huge time loss. But yeah, those are 2 ways you can do it. If there's a glitched car there in the way of the taxi, you don't have to do anything. You can just run straight into the marker at the Malibu, because the taxi will just stop and not do anything. Unless he's an angry driver. In that case, you just run to the PCJ again. And do not steal a glitched car. If you do that, you're stuck and you can't get out. I actually killed one of my runs like that before, because I was curious, and I did not know about this. Yeah, we'll do a handbrake turn here and jump off. If you have low armor, I'd suggest grabbing armor now. You can do this with full health and no armor, but it's a bit risky. And you want to hit that guy if you don't want to get hit as much, but it's not necessary. And when you're running into that marker there, don't be tapping sprint, hold it there. Because if you hold it there, you actually run into the marker instead of walking casually into the boat or the guy's office or whatever. And we're gonna grab our bike again. We do that jump off the boat, I forgot to mention. But yeah, so as we exit the cutscene, I hold S, D, and Shift, and then I jump. Holding Shift is also important, because you can do sprint jumps while it doesn't appear that you're sprinting. But yeah, that's how you do the jump off the boat. And we're gonna go this way. Don't go too fast over this ramp, or you might pass the bribe star. And we go this way because there are 2 convenient wanted bribes, because we want to take a phone call, and we need to get rid of our wanted level first. So after we pick that up, press F3. We're gonna warp back to the Printworks, and we're gonna get out, and there's gonna be a phone call. Keep it running and get into the marker. And then start Printworks 2. Don't take the phone call or anything, just keep it running. And then we're gonna begin duping, the famous duping. Well, it's not as famous because Japanese version's a bit more recent, but yeah, dupes. Maybe it's infamous to some. But anyway, this can be a bit tricky to do quickly. But anyway, we want to get here as quickly as possible, get into the ice cream van, and exit as early as possible, get on the bike, and quickly warp back, and then jump into the marker. And the phone call will be ringing, and you'll basically repeat the same thing 5 times. So there, I started the ice cream van once, and we need to do it 5 times. And basically, if you don't know what this does, this basically allows you to trick the game into thinking you completed the ice cream mission 5 times, even though you did basically nothing. Because it has to do with some memory corruption stuff that I don't understand. But yeah. And this actually counts for 5 different assets instead of just doing the same one 5 times. And if you actually do this wrong, if you actually get the phone call before warping back, then you are kind of screwed. And if that happens, if you get the phone call before you warp back, like, I'll mess up on purpose just to show you. So this is the 3rd time. Actually no, let me get out. So I had the phone call. I didn't warp back yet. If that happens, you get it back on the bike and you are going to actually grab the cheetah here. Alright. Cool. A wall grind. And yeah, anyway. So you want to press F3 and F6 right after. So after the replay is over, press F6. And you want to time it so that you actually vigilante start the save marker. Like that. And then hold your look backwards button, which for me is middle mouse button by default as well. And then press F while you're still holding it down. You're gonna get the phone call, let go of middle mouse button, it'll cancel vigilante. And then you can jump and start the mission again. Continue your chain. And this is actually much easier with the cheetah. It's like, you know, it's a lot easier to handle and stuff. So we did it 3 times so far. We just need to do it twice more. I'm trying to crash into anything because that'll really screw you up with dupes. That's 4. But yeah, this all happens as a result of starting the second Printworks mission and distribution at the same time. Or ice cream mission, as it's so eloquently called in this version. And 5. So yeah, that's that. Warp back. And it's going to appear that I'm setting up for the 6th time, but actually we're going to take the phone call after starting the mission. Like so. Push your bike or cheetah or whatever you have. Ideally you'll have a bike, but I'm assuming that you're going to screw up the duping a lot at the start of your Vice City speedrunning thing. So I'll assume that you have the cheetah by now. And we're going to go do the mission while taking phone calls, because I'm actually, yeah, when I phone call started the mission, I could cancel the phone call and it won't think I'm on the mission anymore, so I can take phone calls during the mission. And a big advantage of this actually is the women at the docks won't shoot you during the phone call, because they're considered gang members, and both gang members and police during phone calls, they don't do anything. Their AIs just kind of freeze up, as you will see in a bit. So I quickly go into this little area here, trying to get destroyed. And phone call glitch. It'll really be bad if you mess it up here, so try not to mess it up.
What's the problem, Lance?
Private business, you're not welcome. Private business, you're not
And
welcome.
do this 4 times.
Private business, you're not welcome. Private
You run into her
business,
4
you're not
times, and she triggers that line 4 times.
And we won't have any problems.
Private business, you're not welcome, but nobody cares. We're here anyway. And we essentially shortened 4 lines of the phone call. This is the longest phone call in the game, and some of the lines are quite long as well. So we actually shortened some of the lines because right, sniper right around there. When it lowers there.
Do you hear me?
But make sure you're not doing it too early.
Don't be like this.
Anyway,
I'm warning you.
back to what I was talking about. That actually, so the private business you're not welcome lines, they actually take priority over the Lance phone call lines, and they are shorter than the Lance phone call lines, so they basically shorten the phone call like that. And yeah, once the phone call is over, get in your cheetah and get the hell out of there. And press F3. And then once you hit that sign, or around that sign, up ahead, then you will teleport. Get out phone call glitch again. And line yourself up with this marker, facing backwards, facing away from the marker. So you want to hold S, jump, and then press up after you jump, like that. So you will jump up, you will hit the marker, and you'll pass the mission, but you won't actually be in the marker area. So when the phone call's over, you don't start the mission again, which can happen. And if that does happen, then that's bad, because that basically means you're starting the mission again when you don't have to. And yeah, get in the cheetah again, and you can make it face this way, because that's what you'll need. Don't hold middle mouse button as you're getting out, because that'll trigger vigilante and you have to wait another 20 seconds. Glitch more cars in the meantime, because basically I'll explain when the mission starts. But yeah, we're on the final 2 missions now. Start Cat the Collector. And let's take a look here. If they encounter traffic, then actually they will get off their bikes and tax the asset. And you'll fail right away because you can't make it there quickly enough. But there was no traffic, so they just kind of sit there and do nothing. It's an interesting AI bug. But yeah, if you glitch more cars, there's less likely to be traffic there, and then it's more likely for them to actually stay there, so you don't fail the mission. I'm gonna get off around here and snipe them off.
My city is mine now.
If you're not confident of your aim, you can go up close and do a drive-by. No problem with that. If you miss any of these shots, then I'd suggest you go back and do a drive-by, or knock them off. What you can do instead of sniping them off is knock them off their bike. Like, I could just go up and ram into them, and hopefully they fall off. But it's faster to do that. Also, that was really cool. I sniped the guy as I was turning, which was not supposed to happen, but it happened. But yeah, if you're not, you know, confident with your aim, again, you can just smash into them. No problem with that. And if you make it here quickly enough, you're going to want to pull out your M60 and fire at their bike and not blow up next to you. Yeah, that works. You can also snipe them off with the M4, but they move so much in that area that I find it more consistent and not much slower to actually blow them up with the M60 there. But yeah, again, you can just smash into them with your cheetah if you have one. If you don't have a cheetah, well, sorry, you have to go for the snipes or drive-bys with your PTJ or whatever you have at that point. And yeah, final mission upcoming. So yeah, you want to go around the stairs here, get off. If you're on a PCJ, you want to do a wall grind, but don't go too quickly or else you might have the bike fly away from you, fly away from the wall instead of sticking to it. Okay, we get out. I would suggest jumping over the wall and then doing the phone call glitch. So if you mess up the phone call glitch, you can still kind of walk towards the mansion instead of being stuck behind the wall and not being able to jump. It doesn't really matter because the phone call will end before you start the mission regardless, so it doesn't really matter. And for that cutscene, for the second stage of the cutscene, you want to hold down shift, because for some reason just tapping it doesn't cut it sometimes. And yeah, try not to move the mouse when you start the mission, because, I don't know, moving the mouse influences Mafia spawns, so yeah, you can just do this and chill for about a minute. Yeah, it's crazy how much the route has changed within a year. Like this time last year, it was just... That was before the Code Crazy skip as well, so we were still doing Code Crazy. It feels like it's been longer than a year, but damn. Also stand here, don't stand anywhere else, because if you stand here, you will be in the marker for triggering Lance when the time runs out. This mission isn't on timer, in case you haven't noticed, but yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Alright, what I like to do is I run up to Lance right away here and then I chainsaw him. You can go up to the roof and use like a revolver or whatever, M60, but I like chainsawing him because it gives me more time to just do other stuff. I grab health and armor and M4 ammo in case I need it. And I run straight back. Well, I don't run straight back. I kill these dudes as well. We have time before Sunny spawns. Yeah. I clear all these guys in the room. And then I stand around here and I kill these dudes off with the M60. Because when the time comes, I want to have the M60 out, so I might as well whip it out now. I have plenty of ammo, so it's not a big deal. You can just one-shot everyone. Boom. And there's Sunny. When we gain control from the cutscene, we're going to step back a little bit and then shoot him. And I basically use that time to make sure that the guys don't shoot me and cancel my shots, and for me to aim at him. Like that. And timing ends when you lose control from the cutscene here. And yeah, if you made it this far without cheating or anything, then yeah, you finished your Vice City speedrun. Don't know if you're gonna be your first, but you might be
Tommy?
learning from old strats.
Oh my God, Tommy! What happened?
But yeah, you just finished the speedrun of Vice City.
It looks like you ruined your suit, and Tommy, that
It doesn't even matter how slow it is.
Tommy, what on earth?
If you use the strategies that I've put in this tutorial,
with a business
then
associate.
yeah, by all means, that's a speedrun.
Tommy, I have a disagreement. I send them an angry letter. Maybe I pee in their mailbox. I don't start World War III. You know, maybe you should.
So yeah, that's all I really have to do for this tutorial, I guess.
Prick Lance.
This is only outlining any percent.
Okay? He's neurotic,
Maybe one day
he's insecure,
someone will
he's
make all missions in a
self-centered,
100%
the guy's an
tutorial.
asshole. I'm glad you took him
Though that would
on.
be quite tedious, and there are many routes available, so
north either,
you know, nothing solid yet.
because there ain't no up north anymore.
But yeah, this is what I got off. This is what I have to offer for
All
now.
down south now.
Wait,
So
does
yeah,
that mean
I
what
hope you
think it
all,
means? Tommy,
if
baby!
you wanted to
What do
learn
you
the
think it
routes, then I hope
means?
you
That we're
learn
in
the
charge.
routes.
I mean, that you're in
If you're
charge.
interested in speedrunning by city, hope this helps.
Tommy!
Maybe you'll
You
get
know,
to doing
Ken,
runs soon.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful
And
business
if you're not sure about some
relationship.
parts like duping, I'd
After all,
suggest
you're
practicing.
conniving, backstabbing,
I
two-bit
can help you
thief,
out with practice.
and
If
I'm
you
a
need any help, you
convicted
can PM me
psychotic
on
killer and
SRL,
drug dealer.
IRC, or on Twitch.
Ain't it just
Or even on YouTube, you can send me a PM or a comment on the video, and I can help you out. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you all doing runs soon. Bye bye.